Hello, dear friends. We are here with another deep dream symbol. Today, many people experience this from time to time, where their heart beats rapidly when they wake up and they feel afraid and panicked, dear friends. We are here with another deep dream symbol. Today, many people experience this from time to time, where their heart beats rapidly when they wake up and they feel afraid and panicked. Maybe he woke up with a start in his bed. We will talk about what it means to fall in a dream. Did you also wake up while falling from a height in your dream? Did you suddenly crash to the ground while floating in space? Or were you thrown down a staircase, a cliff, or into an unknown darkness? Or did the one you loved so much, the one you trusted, push and drop you? Today we will all together analyze and go on a mystical journey into the depths of this symbol. If you are ready, let's get started. What does it mean to see that you are falling in your dream? Dreaming about falling can often be a sign that you are worried about something in your life. Dreams of falling are quite common and can be associated with anything that may cause a fall or a downturn. This includes money, finances, stocks, status, relationships, work life, love life, family, and expectations. Dreams of falling often also symbolize the loss of control over an important situation. According to experts, falling dreams are interpreted as follows. It also shows the fear, terror, and anxiety of losing control over important things in your life, he says. The feeling of falling may also represent a feeling of helplessness, depending on the events and situations you are experiencing. However, if you also take into account a few clues such as where you fell from, how you fell, why you fell, and how it makes you feel, we can interpret your dream more accurately. Dreaming of falling in your sleep is one of the motifs that Carl Jung described in his work Man and the Symbols, and which he connected to the myth of Icarus. The general function of dreams is to restore our psychological balance to a healthy state by producing dream material that subtly reestablishes the overall psychological balance. People with unrealistic ideas explain why those who have utopian ideas about themselves or who make big plans beyond measure with their real abilities have dreams of flying or falling. The dream compensates for the shortcomings in their personalities and characters while warning them about the dangers in their current course. If the warnings of the dream are ignored, they may be replaced by accidents that occur. The victim may fall down the stairs or have a car accident, or it can really be pushed and dropped directly or indirectly. Falling in a dream. Can it be called a cry of the soul? Falling in a dream is not just a scene. It can often be said that this is an expression of the fears that the soul has thrown into the subconscious. Fear of losing things in life, anxiety, panic, imbalance, feeling lost in the void, not feeling like you belong anywhere, shaking the sense of security, feeling abandoned and alone. In fact, falling in a dream often indicates a person's inner emptiness. At some point in life, it feels like it's slipping away from under our feet, and you can't hold it either. This dream reminds you of this and makes you face it. It is a symbol of a soul looking for a branch to cling to. So why do we fall? Psychologically, it can be interpreted as loss of control and fears. Psychology generally interprets falling in dreams as follows. The person is experiencing a loss of control in his life, in his work, in his relationships, in his bonds with his family. Maybe he has lost his self-confidence. Falling down from somewhere usually represents fear of failure. This is the story of a soul that has risen high but could not stay there. Or maybe it has never been able to rise high, and while it was always looking up, it suddenly lost the ground under its feet. Spiritual interpretation: approaching the ground or awakening to the truth. From another perspective, falling is actually the breaking of the ego, the shaking of seeing oneself as great, finding oneself, and to get closer to reality, to the ground. When you fall from high places, everything goes quiet. Only you and the void remain, and then the touch of the ground. In that moment, falling in a dream can be a symbol of personal purification, ego disintegration, and descent into reality. Dream interpretations according to the way you fall. Falling from a height. There may be a fear of losing an important position, or relationship in your life. Career, respectability, love, relationships. You may have lost control in an area where you feel in danger. Falling off a cliff indicates that it is time to confront deep fears and repressed traumas. It may be a sign of a kind of emotional collapse. Falling down the stairs, you are afraid of stumbling in a process where you are moving step by step. You may be worried that your efforts will be in vain. Slipping and falling, you may be losing control in life without realizing it. The feeling of small mistakes grow and drag you into a big void. Falling down by someone pushing, betrayal, or unexpected disappointment from someone who is supposed to support you in your life. Falling and waking up, physical and spiritual awakening. It is very common to wake up during a fall. This is called a hypnic jerk. However, spiritually, this is sometimes a moment of awareness. You may receive a message that you are being warned about something. You are falling. You are not in control anymore. Wake up. Sometimes these dreams are like a mystical call for us to take control of our lives again. Spiritual and Sufi interpretation. On the axis of Sufism and spirituality, falling is sometimes the moment of breaking for the self-seeking traveler. The moment you say, "I have become," the universe throws you down. It's not you. Remember your nothingness, because the earth is the home of truth. We came from the earth. We will return to the earth. And sometimes the soul can't rise without crashing into the ground. Falling down is not just falling down. Falling is also where the exit begins. So, what is the result of falling in a dream? If nothing happens when you fall, it means you have faced your fears but emerged unharmed. This indicates the presence of a great inner strength. If you are injured when you fall, this shows that you are really hurt about something. Perhaps the pains you have suppressed may want to come to light and heal. If you wake up before hitting the ground, you started to gain awareness at a critical point in your life. Your soul is waking you up. It means listen to it. So, what should you do when you have such a dream? First of all, review the areas of insecurity in your life. Notice situations where you lose control or fear losing control. Make time for meditation and introspection. Connect with the earth element. So, go for a walk in nature. Put your feet on the ground, because falling in a dream is actually a call to return to the earth, to reality, to the essence. Dear listeners, falling in a dream is sometimes a cry of the soul, sometimes a wake-up call, sometimes a new beginning, and sometimes it is the lowest point of rising.